Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. How are you?
Unbelievable. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Can you see me okay?
Yes, I can.
I cannot see your face at all.
All right, let me try. Let's see here. I probably did something different whenever I was logging in. Let me see if I can figure out how to do the video on here because I've never used Zoom before.
Okay.
All
At the bottom, there should be a deal where it says you can do the video part.
There we go.
Oh,
All right,
hello. You're real.
here I am. Here I am.
It's a beautiful kitchen. Okay. All right. So I'm going to record this because the other guy that was going to join us got stuck. So I'm going to record it and I'll send both of y'all the recording. So
Okay.
go back and watch anything that you missed.
All right, sounds great.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this stuff pretty fast because I've got to cover a lot in 1 hour.
Okay.
Hold on, let me reply to this dude real quick. Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share to show you first what we're going to do. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
I've got three monitors. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So let me find the other one that I'm looking for. That's not it. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. Can you see my screen now?
It had went away. It was up there for a second, then it went away.
Okay. Let's move it over here. Okay, we're probably going to go a little bit over because I'm trying to figure this out here.
That's all right. Technical difficulties. Okay, now I can see your screen.
Okay, so you're looking at Craigslist, right?
Okay, yes.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to go over is Google Alerts.
Okay.
So let me tell you what Google Alerts is. Have you ever heard of Google Alerts?
No.
All right, so what happens is on Google Alerts, you can go in and set up alerts through Google. So you go to google.com
Uh-huh.
slash alerts.
Okay.
You can set up different searches through Google so that anytime anybody posts anything, it'll send you an email and show you the post.
Oh,
So what I've done is I've set up for sale by owner, for sale by owner in Texas, for sale by owner dash Texas, homes for sale by owner in Texas. So what
okay.
happens is anytime somebody posts anything about for sale by owner, I'm going to get a copy of the post that they just made that hit the internet.
Well, that's nice.
So what that's going to allow you to do is see any post as soon as it hits the internet, and you can call the seller and start talking to them about trying to help them sell their house.
Gotcha.
So you want to set that up first.
Okay.
If you're going to go after for sale by owners, just put in that. That's a great search right there.
Okay.
The next thing I want to go over is Craigslist. Where are you located?
I am in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm pretty well centrally located because I live, like 15 minutes to Little Rock, 15 minutes to Conway. I'm like really centrally located to this area of the Little Rock, Central Arkansas area. So I cover several large, I guess, towns you could say in the area.
Okay, perfect. So when you are thinking about selling real estate, have you ever thought about going after people in the entire state or only where you're located?
I have done I have done areas like not necessarily like buyers, but like 2 hours, 3 hours away. I have done listings up there because of it's familiar because it's where I'm from. So I've done listings, but I haven't done like buyers because of buyers take a little bit more time, so it's not realistic for me to be traveling 2 or 3 hours to help buyers that might take a month or 3 months.
Okay, well, here's
So
what I asked.
I try to keep it within an hour drive distance, I guess you could say, for my
Well,
main.
first off, you've got to change your way of thinking.
Okay.
And this is something that I've been preaching to realtors for years about changing their way of thinking.
All right.
Realtors were taught in the very beginning, like I'm probably gonna have to do another screen share. Realtors were taught in the very beginning to only go after people in their market.
Right. See, I don't believe that necessarily because, like I said, I have covered, golly, about 6 or 7 different towns this year.
Okay, perfect. So you're in Arkansas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on Arkansas in Craigslist.
Okay.
And what city is closest to you?
Little Rock is where I'm at.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Craigslist. You're going to click on real estate for sale by owner, real estate by owner. Now I'm going to send you the video, so don't worry about taking notes
Okay.
because that'll take longer. And then what you got to remember is that if you're licensed in the entire state of Arkansas, that means that you can take a listing in the entire state.
Correct.
You're not limited just to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Right.
So the way you can work that is if you have a seller who, tell me the farthest city from where you are right now, a city that you would not drive to.
Oh, let's see here. Texarkana.
Okay, perfect. Let's say that you get a for sale by owner in Texarkana. He wants to sell his house, right?
Uh-huh. Right.
So you send him the listing agreement, seller's disclosure by DocuSign. He signs it all and sends it back to you. You've now got a listing in Texarkana.
Right.
So what you then do is you put a post out there that you're looking for a buyer's agent in Texarkana. You can put it on Workplace. You can put it on any of the referral groups that you belong to.
Uh-huh.
And what happens is somebody replies and says, "Hey, I'll take your person in Texarkana." And
Okay.
you tell them, "Here's what I want you to do. I want you to put up your sign on my listing in Texarkana. You put up your lot box. All the sign calls go to you. You get 100% of the buyers." So what have you satisfied? You now have a seller that you've taken care of his listing.
Uh-huh.
You listed it on your MLS, and if that seller is in a different MLS area, then you get your buyer's agent to put it on their MLS,
Uh-huh.
and you put them down as a co-listing agent.
Okay.
Got to be the same brokerage, though. Got to keep it in the same brokerage.
See, we don't have, so that would have to be eXp Realty, correct?
Yes.
See, we don't have hardly any agents in Arkansas. We have
I
maybe
bet you do.
200.
Okay. All you need is one.
Okay.
One person. And this is what I do. I live in Florida.
Uh-huh.
I'm licensed in Texas.
Right.
I've got a listing in Richmond, Texas, which is right outside of Houston. I've got a listing in El Paso. I've got a listing in Sedona, Arizona. And I've got a listing in Panama City Beach, Florida. So what I've done is I've taken advantage of the fact that I have a license and I'm getting other realtors to put up their signs. I get my 3% as the listing agent. They
Mm-hmm.
get their percentage as the buyer's agent.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're going to add Michael on. Michael, thanks for joining us. Good morning, Michael. We can't hear you.
Oh, now I can. We
Okay,
good?
okay. I'm going to send you this video so you haven't missed much.
Beautiful.
So I'm just going to go into where we are right now.
Perfect.
What we're doing is we're running a search on Craigslist for sellers in Arkansas, because that's where Justin's at. Okay. So going back, we did real estate by owner. And Justin, what would be the minimum price range you would go after?
I had never thought of it. I go about anything. I mean, I don't have a minimum, I guess. You know.
All right, let's do 100,000.
All right.
And then you're going to go down to housing type. You're going to do condos, cottages, duplex, flats, houses, townhouses, and land. Update search. Okay, so these are for sell by owners.
Okay.
You're going to get some investors in here.
Yeah.
You're going to get some duplicate listings in here, which is okay. So what you do now is you go to save search. These are my saved searches.
Okay.
You have to log into Craigslist. Michael, I'm going to send this video to you, so don't worry about taking notes. Okay, so down here, you see that I set up a search for Little Rock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to edit, and I'm going to say, notify me by email every time somebody puts their house for sale by owner on Craigslist.
Okay.
And I save. Now, here's what's crazy. On this search that we did for you in Arkansas, oh shit, I did Wichita Falls. Okay, let's back up. Let's go back to my saved. Let's go to my account. Searches. Where am I at? Wichita Falls, Little Rock. Here it is. Okay. Right now, there's 67 posts of people that posted today, just today, in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
If you do a search and you set up a search for the entire state, it's going to be crazy results. I do this webinar for sell by owners to teach people how to go after for sell by owners.
Right.
People that come back and reply, and I've got this on video to prove this, that people are getting 1,000 to 3,000 leads per week for sell by owners.
Wow.
So here's a trick question for you. I'm going to ask both of y'all this. A for sale by owner has listed his house with a flat fee broker. It's on MLS with a flat fee broker. Can you call the sale by owner?
Can we call the for sale the owner?
The for sale by owner, yes.
Yes.
Well, I know that when I see those listings, typically it says in the broker comments to call the owner direct. So I'm going to go with yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes is the correct answer. But now, if it's listed on MLS, you can't solicit them to go after their listing.
Right.
That's correct.
But here's what you got to think about. When they sell that house, if they sell it, there's a 50-50 chance they're going to sell that house.
Right.
They're either going to be homeless, move to a tent, move to an apartment, relocate, or buy a house.
Correct.
What do you think the possibilities are that they're going to buy a house?
Pretty good. Question is where?
Right.
Or do they have one already?
The question is, who's going to let them in to go look at a house?
Right.
So what you've got now is the same list of 1,000 to 3,000 leads that you've got. Those are also buyer leads. So you can't exclude the for sale by owners because those are legitimate buyer leads. Are you with me?
Yep.
Okay. So, Michael, where are you located?
South Florida, Palm Beach County.
Palm Beach County? That's ugly over there.
Oh, yeah. Terrible place.
I'm in Panama City Beach. I love Palm Beach, man.
Likewise, I'm here 12 years and I'm going nowhere else.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So South Florida.
All right. So, Michael, are you going after listings in the entire state?
No. I mean, if I were to say I focus on a county, it would be Palm Beach County, but I go Tri-County plus Martin County.
Okay, let's back up. Your license says that you can sell in the entire state, right?
Indeed.
It doesn't say that you're excluded from places like Destin, Florida.
It does not.
So you could actually get a listing in Destin, Florida. Is that true?
What do you suggest, that I do it and care for it, or you're saying to send it out as referral?
No, hell no. What brokerage are you with?
United Realty Group.
Okay, so how many realtors are in with United Realty Group?
Oh, over 1,000. We're 100% brokerage, 100% split.
Any realtors in Destin, Florida with United Realty Group?
I don't believe so. I think we're only South Florida.
Well, here's what you could do. And I told this to Justin. Since your license says that you can sell in the entire state, if you go after a for sale by owner, you send the listing agreement through DocuSign. He signs it, and then you post that you're looking for a realtor in Destin as a buyer's agent. You get the buyer's agent to put up a sign, their sign, in your listing. They put up the sign, they put up the lot box. You give them 100% of the buyers that come through there. You get the listing side. So now you can cover the whole state. You're not limited just to your county. The problem most realtors have is they only stick in their little area.
Right.
I live in Florida, I sell in Texas, and I go after the whole state. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the last 10 years. So let's set up a search for you. Let's see what kind of results we have just in your area. So tell me, what closest city are you in?
South Florida.
South Florida?
Yeah. Encompasses Miami-Dade and then Palm Beach County.
All right, so we're going to go to real estate for sale. You're going to do real estate by owner, not by broker. So just in this area, I see 3,000 people. Now, of course, you have investors. Don't forget about your investors, because they might want to list that house. Even if you have to do a lower commission, they might want to list it. So let's narrow this search down a little bit more. 100,000. Go to housing type. We're going to do condos, cabins, duplexes, flats.
I'd be curious to see just if you switched all South Florida to Palm Beach County, just because Miami-Dade's huge.
Well, the way Craigslist has it set up is that you can only do it by the areas that they...
No. If you go to the next one, not that one, but all South Florida, it'll give you the option of 3 counties. If you did Palm Beach County.
So which one you want?
Palm Beach.
Okay.
Just curious to see what it jumps to. Still a big number.
1291. And
Yeah, I
then
got a
you
big
update
county.
the search. Let's do 100,000. Is 100,000 about your minimum?
Nah, I'd probably be more at like 250.
Okay, then let's
My
check.
market here goes up to 70 million, 100 million.
That it? That's small stuff. Who wants to mess with that small crap? All right, let's do 250.
By the way, I'm no different than Justin. If it's there and I can make money, I'll take it. If it's 50,000, I'll do it, but I'm not going to work for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
right.
exactly. Okay, so then we set up the search. Now you've got to set up an account with Craigslist. It doesn't cost you
I have
anything.
one.
All
I
they
have
need
about
is just an
6.
email address. That's it.
Yep.
So today, you got 133. Remember, go to Save Search and click on, here it is at the bottom. You're going to edit. You're going to do email. and hit save. Now, every day, you're going to get a list of all the new for sale by owners that are going to hit your email account. Okay?
Yep.
So you can do that in the entire state. You can do it in one county. It's up to you. If it was me, I would do the entire state. Don't limit yourself just to the area that you live in, because remember, if you can work it out right and think bigger than what you've been thinking, you can sell in the entire state. Any questions on that?
So you call someone completely out of your area and their question is, where are you located? Why do you sell here? How do you handle it?
I have a team that covers the entire state.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Fair enough.
All right.
Is that a lie?
No,
Nope.
That's what I tell them.
we all share the MLS. We're all willing to work together, so it's not.
Right. The listing agreement says that you're required to cooperate with other brokers.
Correct.
Doesn't it say that? In Texas,
Yes.
it does. I don't know about Florida,
No, it does.
about Arkansas, but
Yep.
Texas says that you have to cooperate with other brokers.
Right.
Yep, as long as we list on the MLS, we do.
Okay, next thing, I went over this. You'll see it in the video. Google Alerts. Go to google.com alerts, set up a search. Every time somebody posts a for sale by owner or expired or whatever, you can set up your own Google Alerts. You'll get an email. I set up one for tennis too, because I'm a tennis freak. Okay, next thing we're going to go over. There's a program called Cubic Solutions. Go to cubicsolutions.com. This thing is crazy what it'll do. I'm going to show you what we're going to do.
You want me to go there now?
No. Do it later.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new search. Let's go back to beautiful Arkansas. Arkansas sellers. That's what I'm going to call it. And now we're going to go to United States. This program costs $27 a year. It's worth it. You'll
So
see.
what is it called again?
The name of the website is cubicsolutions.com. Remember, I'm going to send you the video. You'll be
Can you spell that? Is it cubic or cubics?
cubicsolutions.com. Cubicsolutions.com.
Okay, got it.
And I told the owner he's crazy for only charging $27 a year.
I mean, that's cheap.
Don't do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, so back to my theory about going after the whole state. What this program will do is it will allow me to search the entire state. So I'm going to do the whole state of Arkansas.
Now, are you sharing the screen right now? Because mine is still on Google.
Yeah, mine too.
Oops, hold on. Damn it. Okay, let's back up. I thought y'all could see that, and I was just carrying on like you can see it now.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Better.
Sorry about that. Okay, I've got 3 monitors, so every time I switch screens, it does this on me. So let's back up. This is what your profile, your screen's going to look like. I went to new, and then I typed in this new search. Click on United States. Click on Arkansas. Now I'm going to go to housing. I'm going to go to real estate by owner. Click on next. And now it's going to ask me, okay, where do you want to search? So I want to search Craigslist and Zillow.
Okay.
And I only want to search within the last day.
And is that just because they wouldn't be on any of those other ones?
No, they're not going to be on BoatTrade or Boats.com, Ebby, Oodle.
Okay.
It might be on Oodle. Let's try Oodle. But my son wanted an iPhone. So I said, well, before I go buy pay retail for an iPhone. Let me see if I can find you a used one. I did this search for an iPhone and I found one in one day.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so these are the searches: Craigslist, Zillow, Oodle. I'm only going to do a search within one day. And remember, I did the whole state of Arkansas because the license says that you can sell in the whole state. I'm going to click on finish, and now it's going to start searching. Remember, one day. Now these are, hold on, here we go. Look at the little, you see the little green here? My little
Yes.
progress button. And we've got 223 for today. Now here's my question. If you had 223 sellers to call today, multiply it times 5, that's 1,000, times 4 weeks, that's 4,000. How busy do you think you would be?
Very busy.
So here's what we're going to do. Are any of y'all using any kind of dialing system where you can call massive amount of people?
Nope.
Okay.
Someone I had talked to somebody in Texas that's a brand new agent, and they joined EXP, and they're using Redix. I had never used or heard of any.
Complete waste of money.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to show you how to set this up first.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you how you can call this many people. So what you're going to do is you got to set these up, and you're going to have to click on each of these.
Okay.
And if you look at the listing, here's the reply button. Click on reply. And hopefully they didn't block my IP address because I did so many searches. Sometimes Craigslist will block your IP. Let's do another one. For more information, show the contact. There's the phone number. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up a little star, and then it appears over here.
Uh-huh.
You see that?
Yes.
Then you're going to go to the next one. This one takes a little bit longer than doing the search directly through Craigslist,
Uh-huh.
but it'll pull up more
All the-
listings because you're hitting the whole state.
Okay.
Then what you do is everyone that you have starred, then you go to export to Excel, and then you're going to select the fields that you want to export it to as a CSV file. So I want to know the date, I want to know the price, I want to know the location, the category I don't really care about, I don't need the stock number, I don't need the color because it's not a car.
Right.
I want the phone number, I want the zip. If it has the seller's email address, that only personal email addresses, not Craigslist, because if you start emailing through Craigslist, they're going to block your IP address.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and put the URL. Go ahead and hit me with the caption, which is this field right here. And then as soon as I hit export, which I'm not going to do because it takes a while.
I'm sorry, what's the caption?
This is the caption. See all
Got it. Okay.
Because I want to see.
Caption is like the description.
Yeah, the description of the ad.
Okay.
Got it.
Then once I hit export, it's going to export all of these that I put a star on, because I'm going to go through each of these, and export it to a CSV file that you can download into your calling system. The calling system that I use is called salesdialers.com.
And you don't care to get the name if it was in there, the contact name.
Did I not click that? Oops. Sorry. Yes.
No worries. And you said sales, plural, dialer, singular or plural?
It's SALESDIALERS.com. Now this one's more expensive. This one's going to run you about $110 a month. But here's what happens. I've got the 4-line dialer. I can call about 200 people per hour. So in one day, I can easily hit 1,000 people per day.
Gotcha.
Because, see, here's the problem that people have. Two problems that people have when they're calling people. Number one, they don't have enough people to call. So they'll go out and buy leads. You know, they'll spend like you, Michael, $450 a month, which is absolutely insane. And then let's just say that you only have maybe, how many leads are you getting for that $450 a month?
Like I said, on average, 45, somewhere around there.
45 leads. Okay, we're going to use you an example. Let's say that you butcher the first 10 leads because you say the wrong thing, you get rude sellers. Now you're down to 35.
And these are buyers. They're buyer leads on top of that.
Okay, so, buyer leads. So let's say that you butcher the first 10 leads. You now have 35 leads. Now you're getting a little panicky because you've only got 35 people left to call. Well, that sucks. And now you're down to 10. Now you have one hopeful. Or you have, 5 good ones. Your tone on the telephone is going to be a little bit different when you only have 30 people to call. When I have 200 people to call, if somebody tells me to go to hell, I don't care. Screw you, man. I got somebody else to call. I got 200 other people I can call today. So my confidence level on the phone is going to be way different because I have so many people to call than yours would be because you only have 45 people in a month. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So the next problem people have, not enough leads, is number 2, is not knowing what to say.
Big time. So wait, I have a quick question for you regarding this dialer. So if it's calling, let's say 200 people in an hour, there's 4 lines. How's it functioning? If there's an answer, it connects you? Okay,
here's what happens. You've got these deal called on-hold messages. So you record 3 on-hold messages. So it calls, let's just say that I'm talking to you, Michael, on the phone. You're a prospect. We're talking about selling your house. In the background, it calls Justin. Justin picks up the phone, and me and you were talking, Michael. It doesn't hear the conversation, but it calls Justin. Justin picks up the phone and goes, hello. And Justin hears a message that sounds like this. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Ah, damn, there's something wrong with my phone. Let me call you right back. And it hangs up on Justin. Michael, me and you are done with the conversation. It now queues up Justin to be the next caller.
Oh.
Justin, because he thinks that I'm on a cell phone, he's waiting for the call to come back through. It now picks up the phone. And me and Justin have a conversation. And this happens in the background all the time while you're on the phone. It's calling people in the background, and it queues up the next person in the order of which you called them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you record 3 on-hold messages, and all of mine sound the same. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, gee, I'm in a bad area. Let me call you right back. Because they think I'm calling from my cell phone. I don't leave a pre-recorded robo-dialer message that says, if you'd like to sell your house, call Robert Russell. No, I'm going to leave it as if I was on a cell phone and make them think that we got disconnected, we're in a bad area. How many times have you had somebody call you and you can't hear them, they got to call you back? Pretty common, right?
It happens.
So let's say that I get your voicemail, Michael, when I call you. So I've got a pre-recorded message that I record before I even start calling that says, hey, this is Robert Russell. I was calling. I have a question for you. Can you call me back? That's my message. I don't tell them who I'm with, what I'm calling about. I just say, this is Robert Russell. I have a question. Can you call me back? 50% of the people will call me back. And that's my pre-recorded message that I leave on a voicemail. So whenever I'm calling and it hears a voicemail, I hit a button, it leaves a message, and it moves on to the next caller. I record all of these messages one time. And that's why I'm able to run through so many numbers, because I set up the system ahead of time, and then I just start calling. I just sit back. That's why I have 3 monitors, because I'm so bored while I'm on the phone that I've got to look at Facebook while I'm making phone calls. So this is why I posted this, to show you where I can get, 3,000 leads per week. If we did this for a month's time, it's going to be crazy what kind of results you're going to get. I would recommend that you only limit your searches to 1 day. And then tomorrow, when you ramp this thing up, hit the search again, and right over here where it says start search, and let it run all over. What you can do is you can set it up not to pull in duplicates. And so the search will run again of the new leads that posted for today. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, so what we covered is we got my list here. Google Alerts, you know how to do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Craigslist Save Search, Cubic Solutions. All right, so now I'm going to exit out of this. And now we're going to do one more thing. That's not what I'm trying to look at. Hold on, let me do something else here. Let me move this little sucker over here. Now, I'm going to have to pick on both of y'all, because I'm probably going to have to call you out. How many friends do you have on Facebook, both of y'all?
Well over 1,000.
Probably at least a couple thousand.
A couple thousand? Michael, what about you?
Somewhere in that neighborhood, 1,000, 2,000.
Yeah, 2,100.
On my business page, what do we have on the business, on the Goldberg Group? A little over 2,000 on the Goldberg Group for real estate page.
2,000?
Little over.
Now, when you're posting, are you posting from the business page or your personal page?
I have a few businesses. From businesses, we post on personal, we do all different stuff.
Where are you mostly posting from?
We're mainly doing our business pages, yes? Right. We have Instagram and Facebook business pages that we're posting on and from.
Okay. This is my personal profile page. And have you ever seen this right here, friends list? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Are you using it? Let me tell you what friends list will do.
Yes, we do. Sorry, I'm answering my
Tell her, come over here and join us.
He's listening.
So what you're going to do is within your list of friends, you set up a special list that only these people in this list see. So here's one that I set up for a training that I did. It's called FSBO Prospects for Sub-Owner. I've got one person on this list. It's a realtor because I'm showing this as a illustration. So anytime I post to FSBO prospects, the only people that see the post is this one person. On a normal post, anytime I post, their friends and their friends of friends see the post. When you set it up like this, only that one person sees the post. So what I would do is I would recommend when you're doing any kind of searches on Craigslist, do a search. And what I did is I did sellers in Arkansas. Now what this did is it posted, it looked for the last name of somebody named
Sellers.
But if anybody posts anything about selling their house, go to pound sellers. And do this periodically. So nobody in my friends list, because this Facebook profile that I've got is only realtors, so it's probably not going to pull them up. It's only going to pull up realtors. But if you hit pound and then what you're looking for, and then go and save that person. Now, since me and this person is not a friend, you set them up in under the friends list. Let me show you how I did that. Let's go to James Peters. He's a realtor. So I add him to a list, and I'm going to put him as, I don't know where he's at, but I can put him as the FSBO prospect. Does that make sense? So you can do searches within Facebook of people that are posting, that are friends of friends, and then you can start posting to that special friends list.
Hmm.
And then only they see it. So Michael, let me pick on you. Let's pick on you, Michael. I like picking on you. You look like a big guy. You don't work out at all, do you?
No.
I could tell.
Been a few years.
Your arms look kind of small. All right, let's look at your profile. And Michael has done a good job with his profile, except here I am. I'm a guy thinking about selling my house. So I go to Michael's profile. And since Michael is mostly posting from his personal profile, I want to see what he's really like. I want to see that he has a family, what his interests are.
Well, I mostly post from the business pages.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying. Sellers and buyers who want to do business with you, they want to see what you're really like. They want to make sure that you're no left-wing communist in real life, because they don't want to work with you.
Then my personal page is not good.
Not at all. Let me tell you why. I want to sell my house. But like most buyers or sellers, they're lazy. They go to your page and they're looking for your phone number. Well, there's no phone number. Now, yeah, they can click on your website and go to it and find your phone number and call you, but why make them go through that process? You've hidden your phone number. You have no email address either. You've got to put your stuff on here. Put it on there. Don't make people search. People are lazy. All right, Justin, it's your turn.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Fixed it while I was picking on Michael. Justin, is that you?
That's me.
All right, let's butcher you now. Oh my God. All right, Justin. Well, I'm going to sell my house in Mayflower, Arkansas. And I saw your post on Facebook, so I need to call you to sell my house. And as I look through your profile, you have no phone number, you have no email address, you have no website address. It does tell me that you're a realtor, which is good. That's a good thing. But are you like brand new where you can't afford a website? Do you have a phone? You can't afford a phone? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Y'all got to put your stuff on your profile if you want to get more business. Crazy, isn't it?
Yep, I thought I had it on there, but I'm not on the, I guess, desktop Facebook that much. So I guess I need to go in there and edit.
You got to hit it. This is where people are looking, is your personal profile.
Right.
I'll tell you this, I've got a business page too. I do not direct traffic to my business page because when I post, I'm posting from my personal page.
Gotcha. Now, what is your thoughts on, I was told I need to also get like a Google account or something set up so people can start reviewing, leaving reviews.
Google reviews are good. Keep in mind though, if you have somebody that's pissed off,
I know, right? They can put anything out there they want without you editing.
it's on there forever.
Right.
Like Yelp could be a bad thing. So here's what you do to update your profile. This is mine. I've got my Google office number. I've got my cell phone number, my email address, my office address, which is in Texas. And then I've got TripAdvisor, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, website, insurance website, and then my date of birth.
So for instance, if I have 3 Instagrams, 3 Twitters, 3 Facebook business, it's not too much?
Hell no.
Okay.
I think they're going to see what they want to see. But I think if you overwhelm them to let them know that you're out there, what's it going to hurt?
Right.
You definitely need to have as much out there as you can.
Gotcha.
So on my, for instance, so I'm obviously realtor. I own a pool company and we have a photography company.
Okay.
And we're posting on all those social medias. Are you saying all those should also be posted on my personal?
Do you have an email address for each of those businesses?
I have many for each of those businesses.
Let me tell you what you should be doing. I've got 2 Facebook profiles. This profile that you're looking at here is only for realtors. 5,000 realtors.
Okay.
That's all I market to is realtors. Because I do sales training. I do sales training for realtors. Then we go to my personal page. This is my truly personal page, which is no realtors, friends and family. What you should do is you have a pool business.
Yep.
Dude, you have so much opportunity. You should set up a Facebook profile using your pool email address as the profile and do a friend request to people that could be pool people. And set up a profile for each of your email addresses. That's the only way Facebook is going to let you do it. Now, don't go crazy or they'll block your Facebook.
Yeah, and so what's your reasoning behind making a personal profile for each of those businesses versus the business page?
Because you can have more friends on each one. Because remember, you're limited to 5,000 on your Facebook profile. So you have a pool business and what else?
Real estate photography, Matterport tours, drones.
Who are you marketing to on the real estate photography?
Realtors for the most part. Business owners.
Then what I would do is I would have a personal page for your prospects, for people that you want to do real estate with, have a real estate only profile going after realtors to market either your listings or your photography, and then the pool business is just being able to do pools. You can actually do two. You can actually work with two, but you might want to go to three at a later point. You can
Yeah,
do
so I
real
mean,
estate only.
what I do a lot is too, I co-brand just because, so for instance, every week we do over 200 pools a week, right? So I'm in the backyard of 200 homes. Vice versa, every sale I make, whether there's a pool there, I try and grab that business. I also market through the MLS for every closed sale. I send a postcard for pool service right away. And then I market to realtors to get me pool business as well.
Then you definitely should have one for realtors. I think because you're limited on friends, you should have two. Because then you can maximize 5,000 friends on each one.
As a realtor and as like a pool business.
Right, I understand what you're saying.
That's what I would do. Like in my personal profile, I haven't even maxed out. I'm at 4,600 of the personals. But then I go to my realtor only, and these are people on my real estate profile. But here's the thing that I want y'all to understand. If you're going to do a lot of business, not only do you need the prospects, but you have to have a business to support the business that you're in. Michael, do you have a transaction coordinator?
So to speak.
Okay. Justin, do you have a transaction coordinator?
No, I mean, just besides what we get with eXp Realty, I don't have a need yet for one.
Yes, you do. Let me tell you why. When you get your first contract, somebody's got to do that paperwork.
Right.
You're a licensed realtor, not a licensed admin. Because right now, you're the admin and the realtor. What I do is I have a transaction coordinator. I charge the transaction fee to the seller or the buyer. They pay for it. So I charge a $495 transaction fee. The $400 of that $495 is paid to the transaction coordinator. The $95 goes to me. And as soon as a contract is executed, it goes straight to the transaction coordinator, and she takes care of everything all the way to closing.
So I'm assuming you're broker owner. You don't have a brokerage charging you a transaction fee.
No, we're on a split. We're on an 80-20 split.
Okay, so I'm at 100% office. I have no split. However, I have a $299 transaction fee, which the buyer or seller pays. So I could always charge.
Transaction fee.
I'm sorry?
I would either raise the transaction fee or just take it out of your 100%.
Sure.
But you're making enough on
yeah.
100% because you don't have a split that you should easily get somebody else to be doing your crap. I would get the seller or buyer to pay for it. I've been doing transaction fees for 18 years. Definitely a good move. You've got to run this as a business. And if you've seen any of my videos that I've posted, I'm always harping on that. Run your business like a business and you'll have business income. If you run it like a hobby, you'll have hobby income. And when I'm talking income, I'm talking about over $1 million. I do over $1 million in commissions a year because I'm running it like a business. And I'm hardcore. If a seller says, I'm not paying the transaction fee, I tell them, that's a shame. Maybe you can find a newbie that'll do it for you. And
yeah, I've never had anyone tell me they won't pay the transaction fee.
Do what?
I said I've never had anyone tell me or argue the transaction fee.
Well, if you word it right and tell them, look, here's what I'm going to do. When the offer comes in, I'm going to put that $495 back in the offer when we counter offer. So if instead of it being $200,000, we'll counter back at $200,000, $495. Just throw it back in. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never even been questioned. I guess it's just such a standard here in Florida.
Oh yeah, for sure. Justin, you're at a point where you need to think about getting a transaction coordinator.
Right.
Having one ready to go when you get your first deal.
Right.
Have you had any closings yet?
Oh, yeah. So far this year, I'm at 9.
Okay. So how much time did you take out of your system to do all the paperwork yourself?
I mean, it doesn't take long. To me, it doesn't take long because I'm used to, handling it all and prefer, that way I can keep an eye on everything. So I don't know any other way, I guess, because when I was with another company before, I only had like one deal in like a year. So it was more confusing with all the paperwork to turn in, and then you weren't in control of it.
What you can do is you can get a licensed realtor to be your transaction coordinator. Your password is SkySlope, and they can upload all the forms in the SkySlope as if you were doing it. You're going to oversee everything to make sure it's done right, but you don't have to take the time to do it yourself. Just like what Michael's doing. Michael, your wife is your transaction coordinator?
No. Jessica, who kind of manages my office completely.
So she's doing all of your paperwork, transaction.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm fortunate at my brokerage. There's little to no paperwork.
Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Well, that is it for me. Do y'all have any questions about the leads? I'm gonna send this video for y'all to watch all this stuff again.
I do. Run me through your phone call when someone answers.
Which one?
Well, it seems any for sale by owner, right? Those are kind of what all these leads are about.
You got to come to my for sale by owner training, because my for sale by owner training is not going after the listing on the first call. It's a dating system. It's a dating process. Are you married?
I am.
Okay, so here's my question. On your first date with your wife, did you ask her to have sex with you?
Yeah, I didn't have to.
Okay, let me rephrase that. On a normal date,
I don't ask. Yes.
what would happen if you asked a date to have sex with you on the first date?
Yeah, I mean, it's over before it starts.
It's crazy. So you got to treat the for sale by owner as a date. You got to date them a while before you have sex with them. It's just like for sale by owner. You have to talk to them and get them comfortable with you before you can go after the listing. And that's what my whole for sale by owner training talks about, is what to say in the first call, how to get them to engage with you so that you're not coming across and hitting them with the listing like everybody else is doing. Because what everybody else is doing is they're making one call, they get slammed on the phone by the for sale by owner, and they say, I hate for sale by owners, I'm never going to call them again. And they don't call them. And so they're
and it seems like also what you're saying is it's not necessarily that you have to go after the listing, they're also buyers.
Exactly. So you need to treat them as a buyer for you.
I should also treat them as a customer for the photography.
Bingo.
There you go.
There you have it, for sure. You got to look at it as a business, not as I'm going to try to sell your house. This is a one-shot deal and we're done. This is an ongoing thing that you can help them with. And all of your flat fee brokers, what I want y'all to do is I want you to go to your MLS. First, I want you to go to Google. I want you to go to Google and type in Flat Fee Brokers, Arkansas. Flat Fee Brokers, Florida. And look up all the flat fee brokers, then set them up as a search, as a contact in your MLS. Do a search on all of their listings, all of the flat fee brokers, and make yourself as put your email address as for that contact. So Joe Blow, flat fee broker, that's the contact, right? The email address is your email address, so that every time they get a listing, you're going to get an email of their new listing. You're also going to get an email of every time it expires, right? So when that flat fee expires, here's what you call and tell them. Well, you tried to sell it on your own first, then you paid $300 or $400 to list with a flat fee. That didn't work. Have you thought about using a realtor to help you out on this third go around? And just like one of y'all said, I don't remember who said it, But the flat fee brokers don't want to mess with the seller. So they put all the contact information in the listing. They
Right.
put the seller's name, email address, everything. You've got all that information in your MLS, but you're not doing a search on it. Free leads. Don't pay for leads. Michael, if you're going to spend $450 a month, I'll send you my address and you can send it to me. Quit paying for leads. It's crazy. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, it's been fun. If you have any questions after we're done here, call me. I don't mind talking to you. My
All right.
number, my telephone number, 972-679-9029. And I'm going to send you a copy of this recording. I'm going to put it on YouTube as a private video. You'll be the only ones that will be able to see this.
Okay.
And for sale by owner presentation you have, how do we find that? How do we do that? Where do we go?
I can send you the link to that. That's $55. It's a 5-week session. We've already gone through 2 of the weeks, so you can be up to date and for the remaining 3.
Okay.
It's an awesome class. I have realtors that keep coming back. They pay the $55 to keep coming back because we do role playing with other realtors. The homework that I had everybody do for this week coming up is you have to make a list of all the objections that you think you'll hear from a for sale by owner. And then we're going to go over all the objections and what to say with each objection. It's a great class. Okay, guys, it's
Beautiful.
been fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, if y'all need anything, let me know.
All right.
All right, you got
Have a
it. Good luck, Jason. Justin.
Justin,
You too.
Jason, whoever the hell you are.
Take care, Robert. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye.